What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's news, the RAV4 wins again car of the year. We discussed the impending Electrified Armageddon, what's that all about? And then Toyota and Lexus have 31 new models or refreshes coming in the next 3 years. We're gonna deep dive into what models are getting those updates, pretty much all of them. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more Toyota and Lexus news, and let's get into it. Over at Forbes, Toyota USA's top-selling RAV4 wins Japan's biggest car award. Well, it's not really a car, it's an SUV, but it still qualifies. If you guys didn't know, the RAV4 sells like hotcakes, over 400,000 units so far in the US. In Japan this week, the perennial RAV4 just captured the country's most prestigious car gong, the Japan Car of the Year award. It was the first time Toyota has snatched the big award since the Prius picked it up, the highly sought after trophy, in 2010. So it's been about 9 years since they have claimed this award, which is kind of surprising because Toyota is such a huge integral part of Japan and the culture. So very surprising that it took this long for them to get this award, but better late than never, right? The BMW 3 Series won Import Car of the Year, and then the Mazda 3 was the runner-up for Car of the Year. Over at Axios, Toyota executive warns of electrified Armageddon for auto industry. This is a very fascinating take on what could happen, right? EVs could either take over fairly soon and there'd be a huge demand for it, or these companies heavily invest, spend way too much money, and the demand not be there. So GM just announced this past Thursday that they're building a $2.3 billion factory to boost production of EVs. Somebody is wrong. Either GM's heavy spending on electric vehicles will be wasted, or Toyota will be caught flat-footed when the rest of the market goes electric. So GM is teaming up with LG Chem, the same company that makes TVs and phones, and they're forming a $2.3 billion joint venture in Ohio. The good news is it's creating jobs. It's always really good to see. So they think this big plant will help lower the cost of batteries, making EVs more affordable. Toyota, on the other hand, if you watch the channel, I talk a lot about that in order for their batteries to be more affordable, they need to produce solid-state batteries. Now, is it possible that GM and LG Chem could make a solid-state battery? Absolutely. They probably have prototypes already. So this article really isn't saying anything about lithium-ion. Lithium-ion is definitely available now and fairly mass producible, but the costs are still pretty high. And Toyota, on the other hand, thinks there's still not enough demand for the EVs. It remains primarily focused on hybrids like its hot selling RAV4. So here, the GM CEO, Mary Barra, GM believes in the science of global warming. Well, here's the thing, global warming is happening. We don't know how much vehicles and CO2 emissions are playing towards that. We do like clean air, and electric vehicles should help with that. But the thing is that all EVs at this point, unless you have solar panels that power your car, are still powered by fossil fuels, whether it's natural gas, coal, etc., or even nuclear. They believe in all electric future. I do as well, but they're banking on the wind to be in the next 5 to 10 years, where Toyota is definitely playing the long game. Toyota Executive Vice President Bob Carter, I've been quoting him a lot lately. I can't talk, guys. I can't talk. It's Sunday. My girls are freaking not napping right now, but what am I supposed to do? Somebody's got to buy these things. I've been saying we're going to see electrified Armageddon. He says because of the cost premium, supply is going to get ahead of true customer demand. That is absolutely a thing. You would think that the entire EV market right now, if they really want an EV, just go get a Tesla, right? I think Tesla is meeting the current demand. And we see these other automakers create electric vehicles here in the United States, and no one's really buying them unless it's a Tesla. So we'll see really what happens. We don't know. No one knows the future, but we will see more electrified vehicles. Whether or not we'll see the change very rapidly or it'll be a very slow change over the next 20 years or so will yet to be seen. Toyota introducing 31 new or updated vehicles over the next 36 months. Holy smokes. So Bob Carter, again, you can expect 31 new announcements from us over the next 36 months. They can be trim enhances or such as refreshes, They could also be special variants. They could also be redesigns or maybe new models, which I don't really expect any new models in the next 3 years. And then another little juicy nugget here, but what you can expect from us is 10 new products, either refreshed or derivative products, or products that are currently not in either brand's lineups, to be introduced over the next year. So without further ado, I'm going to show you my guess, my hypothesis on my trusty dusty Google Sheets. Okay, so over here we have the Toyota models and the refresh, or the year I expect a refresh or a redesign. You'll see here, I'm not going to go in every single one, that would take hours. You can see some Toyota models in the next 12 months that I expect. There's a few for sure yeses, like the all-wheel drive Camry and Avalon, RAV4, and the Highlander, and I mean the RAV4 Prime for that matter. And then a couple maybes. I don't know if they'll do a CHR hybrid, but I would expect they will do it at some time. And then the Prius might get a little refresh. Now, if we skip on over to Lexus down here, again, these are all hypotheses. Some of them are guaranteed for the most part, like the 2021 remodel of the IS. I would expect them to have a hybrid of it this time around, at least here in the States. You guys overseas already see a hybrid. What are we gonna see in the next year from Lexus? Well, new IS, maybe an LS and LC refresh, and then we're definitely going to see the LC convertible next summer. So if we look at the complete totals of all the models, we'll see. I have 21 refreshes or remodels of the entire Toyota Lexus lineup. You can see which models they are right here. No big deal. I could be wrong. I'm sure most of this is probably about 75% right. And then my guess is on the special variants, which again, some of these are 100% confirmed, and that gets us to the 31 total. So nothing really as an absolute surprise. Toyota's already showed their hand on what's going to be coming out. We just don't know a lot of the remodel information, especially on the truck end of things. And the next 12 months, I have 9 vehicles that I have no idea. I know, like I said, half of these are 100% guaranteed. The other half, I'm not sure. So this does leave room for maybe one extra model, whether that's from the Toyota or Lexus lineup, to be introduced as a brand new model. And then before I let you guys go, Amazon Prime Video and the marvelous Miss Maisel announced collaboration with Intersect by Lexus. If you guys don't know what Intersect by Lexus is, it is essentially a fancy cafe, bar, restaurant that you see in New York. You see it in Dubai, you also see it in Tokyo. And it is kind of like Lexus's idea of being very, very classy and culturally prevalent and very affluent in popular areas of the world. So they have eight nights celebrating Hanukkah in New York City with the marvelous Miss Maisel at Intersect. There's a lot of different things they're doing, and I want you guys, if you are interested, I don't watch the show, my wife watches the show, I'm sure some of your wives, or maybe you watch it as well. I really know nothing about it, but if I was in New York, I would probably be going to Intersect by Lexus and hitting up this marvelous hot chocolate. Heck yeah, that sounds delicious. And then this is the one I would be talking about, December 27th, Marvelous Happy Hour, 4 to 6 p.m. at Intersect's Bar and Lounge. Special giveaways include the marvelous Miss Maisel carry-on cocktail kits. Bring it on your jet plane or your private jet, better yet. Well, you wouldn't need to carry on your private jet because there's probably a full bar just waiting for you. But you guys know. Make it your own private jet with your own carry-on cocktail kit. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think? No surprise, the RAV4 cleaning up another Car of the Year award. All those models and refreshes, remodels that we're gonna see from Lexus and Toyota, I think I got it figured out, but I wanna see what you guys think about it. The EV Armageddon is definitely a possibility, but again, we don't know the future. It will be fun to see what you guys think about that as well in the comments below. Thanks to my Patreon supporters, guys. If you want to support me and the channel so I can cover more Lexus and Toyota news better thoroughly, better quality, and if you haven't liked the video at this point in time, God, what are you doing? Why have you watched this far and not liked it? I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace out. Guys, welcome back to the channel, and today's news, if you guys want to support the channel over on Patreon and really support